So today I am here with my long-lost cousin, Allie. We're very excited to finally be filming together because, after all, we have the same pinkies.
The same pinkies.
The same pinkies.
Clearly, that means we're related.
Actually, really funny. Oh yeah, I told you this. I had a full-on conversation. So when I was in New York with American Eagle, I was talking to someone. I was like, oh my gosh, there's this girl, and we have the same pinkies. And she told me that it means that you're royalty.
I mean...
And the weird thing is I actually am related to royalty, but the person said to me, they were like, well, don't you think that it would probably make more sense that maybe you're related? And it was the first time I had ever thought about that, so...
Oh, clearly we're royalty.
I don't know, it's very exciting. So, yeah, so today we are going to be doing a collab video. On my channel, we are going to talk about like hot weather essentials. Everything pretty much that's just an essential, like hair, makeup, outfits, just kind of what we do when it's really hot out. And then on her channel, do you want to say what we're doing on your channel?
Yeah, we're doing like kind of, you'll have to go watch the video to fully find out. But I made a tag video, so me and Nikki, it's kind of like summer-esque theme.
Yes.
So you'll see that.
And you're so creative, dude. When you sent me the questions, like so that I was able to be prepared, I was like, how'd she think of this? Like, you're so on it. So you'll have to go check that out. But I guess I will kind of kick it off and just jump right in. So my first hot weather essential, this is very, very boring, but I like the product a lot, and it really is a hot weather essential for me, and that is sunscreen. But I currently really like the Neutrogena Pure and Free, I didn't say that right, but Pure and Free Baby Sunscreen, and it's a broad spectrum SPF 60. Now, I use this all over like my shoulders and my chest, because I was noticing like I wasn't really putting sunscreen everywhere, but I would just apply it like on my face. And I was like, dude, that's gonna look weird as I start to get a little older.
I'm like the opposite. I literally put sunscreen everywhere else, and then I'm like, not my face.
Not my face. Does your face tend to be on the whiter side? Or?
Yeah, but I also am scared that it's gonna make me break out.
I don't put this on my face. I use like one that's more formulated for like your face. But I don't tend to have body acne. It tends to all just sit right there.
Oh, same.
So it's great, it's fun. So I put this all over there. And also because I was noticing that I was like drastically becoming different colors. So I was like, I need to try to even it out. So for me with the heat, this is definitely my first hot weather essential, although it's kind of boring. So your turn.
Okay, well, mine's nearly not as professional and good for you, but this is the Japanese Cherry Blossom Cooling Mist.
What? I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of this?
No!
Oh my gosh. Okay, this used to be so popular so long ago. But it's like, wait, okay. Put your arm out. Put your arm out.
Very excited.
Wow. It's like...
It's cold.
It's cold. It's like really cold, condensed air almost, or like a watery thing, but it smells
amazing.
Really, really good. So it's like... You end up smelling very potent by the time you like leave the beach or something, but if you're like really hot, it cools you down. It feels really good. It's like a mist, but with cherry blossom.
Yeah, dude, that smells really good, and I definitely do feel cooler on my left arm now. Yeah, and plus in the heat, I tend to smell not as good. So
yeah,
that's
there you go.
Really cool.
Perfect.
You've just solved it. So, okay, speaking of sprays then, I guess I'll jump into a spray too, because it's kind of the same but kind of different. This is the Breath of Fresh Air Toner Water, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been bringing this every time I'm gonna be outside in the heat everywhere. So if I'm at the lake, if I'm at the beach, if I'm at the pool, oh hi seagull. If I'm gonna be with seagulls, it's very exciting. And I like this because I feel like if I'm starting to sweat or feel kind of nasty and I spray this on my face, maybe I'm, being lied to, but I feel like it's really gonna help keep my skin clear. It's not gonna keep it clogged, because what it has, it says, treat your face with cooling aloe vera, soothing rose, and clarifying herbs.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Expertly blended for
smooth,
smooth, balanced skin. So this has definitely become a hot weather essential, and it keeps my face kind of cool. So,
oh yeah, because I lose it in the heat. Do you get grumpy? I literally am so, you do not want to be around me. And I was scared today it was going to be so hot, and then we got here and it was like cold, but now I can feel it.
See, it's more proof that we're relatives. Because we both I feel like I'm a vampire, like if I'm in the sun for too long, I'm like, oh, I'm drained, I can't operate. So what's your next product?
Okay, let's see here. Okay, well this is because literally I'm the type of person where I don't really peel when I burn, which sounds nice, but I cannot not burn. Like I'll put 60 on, like repeatedly, like all the time, and I'm gonna burn. And so I use this. It's by Arbonne. Yeah. and it's a detox like renewing body gel, but it's like you put it on your skin and it's like cooling, kind of like the little mist thing. But it feels really good, and it like takes the redness away like overnight. It's supposed to like detox your skin and like pull. It's supposed to like, it's like a cleanse, but like from the like
redness.
Outside in. No, it's like supposed to pull out all the like impurities.
Stop it. Can I smell that?
Yeah, it smells really good too. It smells like kind of like, you know, like cucumbery, really fresh.
Ooh, that does smell really good.
It feels really good on your skin too.
Wow, SeaSource Detox Spa. I've never heard of anything like that. Wow, this is fun with you because you have all these products I've never heard of.
Yeah.
You're so good. Okay, so my next heat, hot day, whatever, essential, and this is kind of new, but it's in the same category that I always have as an essential, and that is a tinted lip balm. Now this one is by Jouer. I just discovered this. This stuff is incredible. It's in the color Antigua, which is an island, right?
Yes, I think so.
And tinted lip balms have definitely been a hot weather essential for me for a really long time, because when it's hot and I don't want to wear any makeup and I feel gross, if I just put on some tinted lip balm and some big sunglasses, I feel like, you know, my lips have SPF on them, they're not getting burnt, but I feel a little more made up, but not like ridiculous, like I'm prancing around in tons of makeup. So definitely that, and this one is like a new favorite of mine. I am so obsessed, and it smells like vanilla-y kind of. It just smells so good. It smells so good. So there's that. Your turn.
Let me see here. Okay, well, one thing that I'm kind of like the opposite. She was just like, oh, I don't need to wear a lot of makeup. I'm like, ugh.
I need to, I just choose not to.
Yeah,
But yeah.
See, I've gotten better. I feel like over time, I'm like, oh, I don't care if I go out with no makeup on. But like sometimes when your skin's really bad and you're just like, oh no, like no. I like this. This is the Maybelline BB cream, which I'm sure all of you have heard of because it's pretty popular. But I like wearing this because it doesn't like melt off your face. I don't know. It's just really good at like staying on in really like hot weather, and you just like use a little bit. I don't try and like cover everything. I think like that's the main thing when you're going out in the heat or like beach or whatever, is to not try and like cover everything. Just like a light shade to kind of like subdue the problems, but don't try and cover it because then you're gonna end up with like a ton of stuff on.
So, okay, my next essential is definitely braids, which I know sounds strange, but in the summer, even more so than the winter, I really don't like using heat in my hair. And right now, with the process of slowly going blonde, like I already have kind of drier hair. Like my hair just has always tended to be dry. Pretty much everything on me has always tended to be dry. But now going blonde, my hair's really freaking out, so I'm like, I can't use any heat. So what I like to do is at night, I've said this before, I like to wash my hair, let it mostly air dry, and then sleep with 2 like pigtail braids. But at the end, people have asked me before, like, how do you not get the crease? And sometimes I do. Sometimes I put it in and it's like I have a huge crease. But I'm noticing the best way to avoid getting the crease at the ends is to use a really, either, you know how like you use hair ties sometimes and they get stretched and they start to die and they go and like, they break. They're dead.
When you touch them.
Yeah, they're too big. Well, use those rather than throwing them away. Use those for the ends because they just tend to not have as much hold. So they just kind of do a good job of keeping them still without creasing it. Or use the really thin hair ties as opposed to the thick, goody hair ties. And it works so well. And most of the time, I don't even end up having to use any type of heat the next morning. Just the waves from the braids are good. Which, by the way, if you want to make sure they're not super tight, just make the braid a little looser. But if I have to use a curling iron, I just wrap a couple pieces around and like shake my hair up, and I feel like I'm going to Coachella and I'm good to go. So that's my next hot day essential.
Well, on the theme of that, braids and stuff, something that I do a lot that's like good since you're like going blonde. I did this a lot when I was like dyeing my hair back to blonde, because fun fact, my hair was black once, like blacker than Nikki's, like black as black can be, and now my hair is this color. So I dyed it. It was a weird phase. Who knows what happened? Didn't look good on me. I couldn't pull it off.
It wasn't my look.
It wasn't my look. But what I do is I'll braid my hair like Nikki said, but whenever I'm like going in the pool or just anything like all day, I'll take like either a leave-in conditioner, like a heavy one, like I think Garnier Fructis has like a really heavy one, or even just my normal conditioner if I'm going to the beach, lake, pool, whatever it is. And I run it through like all my hair from like my ears down, leave it in my hair and braid it, and when you go in the pool, it'll keep your color from fading out because it's just all the conditioner gets washed out. And then when you get out of the pool or the beach or whatever it is, then your hair isn't like all tangly and like gross feeling, it's just like super soft.
That's a really good tip.
It's really nice. And then it's like, because if you color your hair in the summer and go lighter, you you don't want it all to just like wash out, or you're like, if you're blonde, sometimes your hair turns green or something.
So the conditioner stops the hair from turning green?
Yeah, because basically what happens is like you seal all your hair. It's like under a coat of conditioner. It's not like thick and greasy or anything, but just like enough so that it's like in there. And then all the strands are kind of like sealed, and it just touches the conditioner and washes it off instead of turning your hair green. Because my hair used to turn green when I was little all the time, and my mom would be like, I swear I'm not dyeing your hair green.
Me too, because I used to be a blonde. I'm like naturally a blonde, and same thing. My mom would be like, hurry, wash your hair out, because it would just turn bright green.
Yeah.
Which, okay, side note, by the way, I know a lot of you guys have asked why Nikki Goes Blonde is taking so long, and be prepared, because it's actually going to take much longer, because I know some of you guys said that you went in, you did it in one treatment, one process. My hair, besides the fact that I've been dyeing it black basically for like almost 10 years, on top of that, like I tend to have dry, damaged hair, and I just don't want it. I want to keep it feeling nice.
Yeah.
And she said she only dyed her hair black once.
Well, I had my hair brown for like maybe like a full year or something, and then I like was like, I don't need to go to a professional, I'll dye it myself. Well, it turned out black. That's how it got black. So don't do that. Go to a professional. But yeah, then I had it black for a long time, and it was a process, and especially since she's done it so much longer than I did, it takes forever.
Yeah, it does.
My hair is like finally just the color that I wanted.
Yeah, and it's a good color, and your hair's in really good shape too.
Yeah,
which gives me nice hope.
Yeah, it's a process. It'll take forever, but eventually you'll forget that Nikki ever didn't have blonde hair.
See, but it's going to be going till Nikki Goes Blonde, episode 28. It's
Yes.
going to be very good.
Episode 2000.
Yeah, exactly. Since I don't really wear, like I said, a ton of makeup in the summer when I'm just like out running around, one thing that I pretty much always wear, which I have to say, when I was younger and I would read magazines and they would be like, you just need a good concealer, I'd be like, what planet are you living on? Because A, I'm so pale, it was always hard to find a concealer that just matched my skin without
Always
foundation.
looks orange.
Yeah, it looks like I'm putting on
Always looks
orange spots or whatever. And B, actually there is no B, but the older I've gotten, I don't know if it's that my skin has changed color or what the heck is going on, but I actually am able to wear concealer now, just kind of on its own or whatever. And the way that I do it is, first off, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix concealer, or Studio Finish concealer in NC15. This matches pretty well, but what I do is I use a little brush and I just kind of dip it in and I dab it everywhere that I have like little hyperpigmentation or acne or whatever, and then I'll just kind of like dab my finger over it, and it blends it in really, really well. And then if it's super hot out, I can go out, but my whole face isn't melting off, but I'm kind of covered up where I need some coverage. Yeah. So I like this concealer because it's super thick, so like I said, a tiny little dab. So yeah.
Okay, my last product is something that I'm sure like everyone always talks about this, but mine's a little bit different. It's like the oil blotting pads. And I have some by Clean and Clear that I really like too, but I really like these ones because they have a like rose powder on them. And usually, first of all, it smells really good. All my products smell. Why do
You're really
literally
into smells?
I'm into the smells. But this one, it like if you feel it, I don't know, like rub your finger on it. It has kind of like a rose powder. And what I like about it is like rose is like really calming and stuff. And I feel like when you're like out in the heat and it's hot and stuff, you like get kind of red in the face, or maybe that's just me, but I do that. And it kind of like just recovers everything. So it takes the oil off, but it also like reapplies a little bit of powder.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go in with like a brush afterwards and like.
Where'd you get that?
Ulta.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, no, they work really well. And they have like a cucumber one, or rose, or like lavender, whatever floats your boat.
You have such adult products. I love it. I love seeing everything that you have. So I guess that's it, guys.
Thanks for having me on your channel.
Thank you for being on my channel, Pinky Twin. So, okay, we're gonna go film, or sit here and film the video for Allie's channel now, so be sure to check it out. There's a lifeguard driving by in a golf cart, so yeah.
Casual.
Very exciting. So,
Bye.
see you later. Bye, guys. Some of these can be kind of interchanged with other products that you may like. Everyone's skin reacts differently. Well, I guess they all could be interchanged. But some of these, like I really, really recommend like these specific products because they're just so, so good.